let's talk about 5 ways to change the way you look to get a woman worth marrying. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Abby and I'm so happy you are here today. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways men can look more attractive to get the woman that they want. I've been seeing a lot of reels and YouTube shorts of men going to a barber with like long scraggly hair, getting a haircut and going from about a 3 to a 10. Like all of a sudden they look incredible. And that is the kind of thing that makes such a difference when you are looking for a woman to marry. Now, women are definitely less visual than men. Women are much more attracted to personality and to a lot of different elements about character. But it does not hurt to look good when you are looking for a spouse. And that is true for men and women. When people are dating, visual attractiveness is absolutely a part of that. And I think there are ways to convey not only how attractive you are physically, but also what that means and how that could impact a life together. So I'm really excited to get into today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that like button, and let's get right into it. The first thing you can do to appear more attractive is to figure out your facial hair situation. I think that every man benefits from considering what facial hair looks best on them. For some men, they don't grow facial hair well. That would be a guy who would really benefit from not having facial hair. Having patchy facial hair is just not going to work for him. There are some men who have less of a strong jawline, and so having a really nice beard can give the illusion of a stronger jawline. There are some men, few and far between, but there are some men who really look great with a mustache, a la the guy from Top Gun Maverick, right? Having a mustache makes a big difference. But figuring out what facial hair looks best on you is really going to change the game for how you look. I know there are some men who look absolutely incredible with a beard and definitely look a little less attractive without one. And just stick with what works for you. You don't have to try something new every few weeks if you know that having a beard or having a mustache or being clean shaven or having a 5 o'clock shadow works best for your features. Figure it out. Take the time, try different things, try different styles, see how people react to it, and then stick with it. I will say, fluffy, scraggly facial hair, a big bushy beard that has no shape to it is not attractive on anybody. So taking the time to style it is going to make a big difference too. That doesn't mean that having a large beard can't work, but it does mean that having a large beard needs to take some extra effort so that you can make it look groomed and well put together. And every woman has a different preference. I know I like a man with a beard. My husband has a beard. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm not a huge fan of guys who are clean shaven. It's just not my type. Some women prefer a man who's clean shaven. It just depends, but just take the time to figure out what looks best on you and you'll see that women are going to find you more attractive. Number 2 is take care of yourself physically. That means exercising and eating well. I don't think any serious woman is looking for a big bodybuilder in a husband. She's not thinking, I need the guy who's in the gym 3 hours a day, because what does that actually convey? It conveys that he's not going to have a lot of time to spend with you outside of work and his time at the gym. But I think women like a guy who looks like he takes care of himself, because if he takes care of himself and his body, that means he's gonna be around and healthy longer in your lifetime. It also means that if he can take care of himself, he can take care of you. So a guy who eats healthy and pays attention to that, who exercises enough, is not only going to reflect that in the way that he looks, it also shows a certain level of responsibility that's very attractive to a woman worth marrying. And I think it's important to recognize most women are not going to reject a guy if he doesn't have 6-pack abs or giant biceps. If he looks good enough, you're doing it. You're doing the thing. So just take care of your body physically, pay attention, try to get, some muscle definition, because having strong muscles means you can do more around the house, you can carry things, you can carry your children, but don't aim to look like some supermodel, because at the end of the day, a guy who's spending 3 hours at the gym every day is spending 3 hours away from his spouse. Number 3 is get a haircut. We talked about getting your facial hair sorted. Now it's time to get your hair sorted. Men look so crazy different with a good haircut. I remember there was a guy when I was about 19 who I was friends with, and he had this bowl cut that was so unattractive. I took him to the barber. He got his hair styled to a more modern look, and all of a sudden he went from kind of unattractive to very attractive. Having a good haircut makes all the difference. And again, all of these attractiveness factors show and convey how much you are willing to do to be responsible. A guy with hair that looks like it's never been cut or never been washed or just messy and slovenly makes a woman think that he can't take care of himself. A guy with a haircut that is clean means that he is responsible enough to go to the barber every 6 weeks. It means that he knows that he needs to put some product in to make it look its best. It doesn't mean you need some crazy hairstyle, but it does mean that you need to have something that looks clean cut. And by the way, if you have a haircut that is clean and well styled, it also looks like you could get a job and hold a job. Because most men who are in a real workplace need to have a clean haircut. So all of that is great. It's attractive from just the fact that it looks nice, but it's also attractive because it shows that you have got it together. Number 4 is improve your style. Most men I know do not know how to dress. They look like a mess. They don't know how to choose pants. They don't know how to choose shirts. They don't know how to pair things. They don't know how to figure out what fits them. Take some time and figure out what looks good on you. Wear things that fit you well. Get them tailored. Get nice suits. Don't wear things that are just messy looking. And make sure that your clothing really reflects what you want from a spouse. If you're wearing clothing that looks like you have got it together, you're going to attract someone who has it together. If you're wearing clothing that looks like you can hold down a job, or you're wearing clothing that looks like you could go to a nice dinner date, that is going to attract a woman worth marrying because she can see that you have your life together and can be a supportive husband. It's really encouraging when you see a guy who knows how to dress well because it means that he takes seriously what he looks like in the world and how he presents. It's such a nice thing when you go to dinner with your husband and he looks handsome and you look beautiful and you know that you guys are presenting this really confident, strong couple vibe to whoever you meet. And I think that really does attract the right kind of woman. Everything that you wear is a reflection of who you are on the inside. And so that also is an element of picking the style that you choose. You want to find clothing that represents your personality and also represents your stability and responsibility. And that leads me to number 5. Aim to dress like a man and not dress like a man-child. We live in a day and age where men and women wear athleisure all the time or wear pajamas, just straight pajamas. I see these high school students constantly literally wearing pajamas to school and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what world we live in, but I don't accept this. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good reflection on our society. And if you want a woman worth marrying, you need to dress like a man. So don't wear clothing that's this newfangled kind of man-child look, where you look like you're wearing sweatpants and joggers and sneakers and t-shirts all the time. There is a time and a place. I would say 90% of the time that is the gym. But for the most part, a guy in a pair of jeans and a guy in a white button-down shirt is going to look 1,000 times more attractive than a guy in the outfit I just mentioned. The guy who knows how to look like a man is going to attract a worthy woman. Women want men. A good woman wants a good man. She wants a man who looks like he has got it all figured out. Because if he has it figured out, that means on the days where she doesn't, he can kind of help and take the reins. And that's such a comforting feeling as a woman. So you want to dress in a way that shows a woman that you are a full-fledged human being. Like you know what you want and you are out there to get it. So everything that I'm talking about, all of the outward features that I'm talking about really are about what's on the inside and how a woman is going to take all the information, all of the markers, the visual markers of what you look like and figure out who you are deep down and what that means for a long-term future. So I hope that today's video inspires you to look your best and attract the kind of woman that you want. And if you watched all the way till the end of today's video, make sure to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and I would love to see you drop a clothing emoji, your favorite type of clothing to shop for, whether that be shirts, pants, or shoes, jackets, I don't know. Leave it down below. I can't wait to see. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.